When I was up at York, Nebraska here, and Bob Moyer's place, and Pam's going to say hi diddle diddle, cat in the fiddle. You say that, Pam? Hmm? How'd you know hi diddle diddle, cat in the fiddle?
Can't you say hello to Grandma? Say, that's like a telephone. You can talk to Grandma. Tell Grandma hi.
Say hello, Grandma.
Say hi, Grandma. Come on. It's in it. She'll say hello back. Come on. Say hi, Grandma. Come on, Pam.
Look at the wheels going around. What is that up there? What is that thing?
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's really making a noise, isn't it? See that little green eye there wink like that? Isn't that funny how that thing winks right there? Look at that.
See, look. When you say something, those two little things go together.
You see, you say something now, it'll go together there.
Boo! Look at him.
You say boo? I think your cat's got her tongue. She got a tongue? See, you stick your tongue out and see if you got something on your tongue there.
Say hi, Grandma. Talk into there. Come on. Say hi, Grandma. You can't say anything, can you? I bet Robin could say something.
What would Robin say now?
He says, hide your pocket, your pocket.
Hide your pocket.
Pocky. Where is Pocky? What'd Grandma bring you tonight? What's this, a tractor? Did she bring you a tractor?
What kind of tractor is that?
That's a John Deere. Can you say John Deere?
John Deere.
John Deere. Goodness sakes. Where'd you go? Did you ride on the merry-go-round? Did you go ride on the merry-go-round when we went to the carnival?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that a lot of fun, was it? You really had a kick out of that, huh?
What else did you do at the carnival? At the fair?
I told you I wanted Ferris wheel ride.
Oh, what else you want to do?
Get on that other Ferris wheels.
Get on the other Ferris wheels. Did you ride on the ponies? What happened when you rode on the bump cars with Daddy? What happened?
I hurt my leg.
You did. We run into somebody, didn't we? That hurt.
Is your daddy a real poor driver, is he?
I'm a big girl now.
You're a big girl now.
See?
Goodness.
I can ride in bump cars now.
You think you can ride on them now? You do?
Sometimes when I get something else, I can get tractor.
You think you're big enough?
You
do. What else are you going to do?
This ride on merry-go-round.
Oh.
And then I'll ride on ponies.
Ponies? What color are ponies?
They're black.
Black? Gee whiz.
You don't like white ponies?
No,
white ponies are good, aren't they?
they're good to me.
Oh, yeah, white ponies are nice.
Did you ever fall off a pony?
No,
You never did.
I just hanged on.
That's the best way to do, isn't it?
When we ride on it, when everybody does.
Did you know that your voice is going to come out on this thing over here?
You want to hear your voice here, Pam?
Do you want to hear yourself talk?
We had a little gathering here tonight. And Mr. Glenn Dye, Mr. and Mrs. Bob Moyer, and Pam, and Dale Pence here in York. I think we're with our host here. I think we should have Bob explain how he met Lou here. Lou, what was your first impression there when Bob started coming up around those free movies up there at Benedict?
Well, it was kind of freak.
A freak, I see.
I thought he was kind of fresh.
Freak.
He was kind of a fresh kid, wasn't he, in those days?
After that thing.
So you've been married about 4 years now, is that? And just have your
4 years yesterday. Yeah.
Does that seem like a real long time, or has it been pretty short?
Well,
Oh, come on. Sometimes
being my wife sitting here real close, I have to say it seemed like a really short time.
sometimes it seems like a long time, and other times it seems like a real short time.
You do think you'd do it over again, though, if you had to? Huh?
Oh well, I guess.
Yeah, when you've got 2 kids and one in the basket, why, probably seems like a pretty short time in 4 years.
Well, no, we've got another fellow here together. It's maybe in this same predicament for 4 years here. I think when I was speaking of Mr. Dye here, we got engaged not too long ago. Glenn, why don't you tell us your outlook on the future here as far as everything goes here?
Well, I think if I can have as much happiness here as the Moyers have had, it'll be well worthwhile. I'm just looking forward for the day when this Dale Penn settles down with some Sioux Indian up there.
Dale, how about that? Tell us about your trip out in Utah here. How were those Indian girls out there on the Ute Reservation?
Well, partner,
Oh, Diz.
mighty fine out there, mighty fine. I can't add a whole lot without well, I might as well hide behind the Fifth Amendment for part of this. I think we'll have to ask you about your trip to Oklahoma and Texas, and Southern
No,
Louisiana.
we're not talking about me now. That brings to mind one time when, let's see, what was the deal? I think we met some girls after a basketball game, and you and Glenn were going to crawl in the back seat.
Yes, it was a pretty cool evening. In fact, I think it was sort of frosty.
Just how'd that go anyway, Glenn?
I don't know. It was quite a classic maneuver. I think it should go down in some story or a history book here of how we happened to trap Dale. It's never been done since.
What did he do, fall out the back of the door that night?
The old
He
story
would
of
have, but there wasn't any handle on the door.
Oh, you heard that story of he and Alberta, haven't you?
No, I don't believe I have.
Yeah, that was all Dale could tell about. Well, I can carry it part way. I was up in the front seat myself.
Let's see, who was your partner on that occasion?
Yeah, let's get the whole story.
I was a poor man, Shelley Winters. Anyhow, I had these 2 girls we picked up downtown. We were going to take them home. They were nice, clean York College girls. And so
Dale just
this
bit his finger.
this poor man, Shelley Winters, and I got in the front seat, and this Alberta Frost got in the back seat. And I looked around, I remember, and Glenn and Dale were out there trying to push each other in the side of Alberta. I don't know whether Glenn was bigger than he is now or not. Anyhow, Dale happened to be elected there.
Well, I was tripped.
I remember the next thing, as far as the story goes, we were out parked down there someplace, I forget where it was now, and Dale was sitting in the back seat making a lot of remarks, and only once he shut up real fast. What happened, Glenn? You were back there. I could hear you back there snickering in the back seat.
Well, it was quite an experience. Dale started to scratch his head, and the next thing he knew, it was too late.
Alberta really put a clincher on him, didn't
She
she?
moved in fast there. I don't know. Why don't you give us some of your personal memories?
Come on up a little closer, Dale, here, and make.
Well,
You have to sit back and be so aloof here.
I should have my lawyer here when I speak, you know. But off the record, I was. Those days I was a little smaller than Glenn, you know, and which I still am as far as that goes. But I was tripped and tricked, you might say.
In other words, you blame it all on to Mr. Dye.
Oh
here,
yes,
Glenn.
he was definitely the scoundrel in the case there.
As I remember, though, you were. That was pretty much a big thing on your mind, wasn't
Oh,
it?
no.
A while after that. I mean, we heard an awful lot about that episode after that.
You just heard yourself talking, I think.
I think it was sort of a traumatic experience for him here.
You'll have to define that.
All these big words.
Yeah,
Why don't you come down
let's
so
get back to screen.
the Moyers can understand what's going on around here.
I'm not talking
No, I actually used to have a lot of fun up there. I remember all those card games down there in the back in the Gales.
Yeah.
I've got still got some pictures.
Do you remember the night you taught Glenn and I to play canasta?
Well,
I got kind of peeved. I don't know if anybody else got peeved.
Seems to me like you knew all the rules, though. You're always at least arguing with the rules we had there.
Well, I know we learned a few new ones that night.
I never did actually find it in the book of Hoyles there about 13 cards under the table.
He's always holding something out on tape. You know, he used to make a lot of fishing trips, I recall. He used to go up
Them were the days.
either the sand pits or someplace else.
That must have been at least 5 years ago, because I remember I used to write Lou's name in the sand and wonder if it'd still be there when I got back.
You really had it bad.
Yeah.
Love letters in the sand, is that?
Yes.
Well, I left here 6 years ago.
6 years.
Almost 7 years ago. 51 last year. I got in the Army in January of 51. I remember when old Glenn and Dale gave me the horse laugh. They said they never would draft him out of York County.
Next time you saw him over in Korea.
You volunteered?
No, I was home
true.
I was home once from basic when you two guys came down. Neither one of you even got your draft call, you don't think?
Well, then,
Or did you got in yours?
I had my draft call, I believe, to be.
Did you have your
my
draft call?
physical. To have my physical
Did
taken.
you write the
you came home on a furlough one time, Christmas time, didn't you?
Thank you, honey.
Well, that was some spring when
Yeah.
Bill Ellison came out of you guys. And you had that old Buick. You were
No.
going down to go railroading down to Santa Fe.
Well, no, this was after that. Don't you remember when we were talking to Erbach over there and you was giving me the big horse laugh, but I had my orders for FECOM, you know? And we
Oh, yeah, well, that was when
after
you were
that.
right out of basic, and I was going to OCS yet. Yeah.
Say, do you remember the time that we met down at Camp Chaffee?
Yeah, I remember old Dale was told they had to stay in the company area down in that replacement deal, and I tried to get him to go over to the swimming pool, which was only about 4 blocks away, and he didn't think you better go. He was afraid they might want him or something. You should have seen that uniform he had. It really fit him like a bag. I never saw like.
You know,
Soldier of the week.
they measured me. They take you up there and they just measure you every which way and had all the measurements there. And they come over and they give me my uniform and I put it on and good Lord. I used a pair of shorts I had. I could use them for a sheet.
I mean, you could turn around at him without ever taking them off. Right?
That was a pretty sad fit.
Yeah, that was pretty sad, as I recall.
Mm.
That was when I was in leadership school.
Oh, Gardner, he had to shave. I remember he had to shave before he went back to the camp company area to get a gig here.
Main thing I remember about old Dale was we went to the girly show out here at the carnival the other night. A year ago. No comment.
What was the story on that? I never did.
I don't know if they want anything like that on this tape or not.
Oh, that's going to be for family.
better leave that
consumption. Besides Lou's here and you were along, Bob. About it.
We've given her a hard enough time tonight.
Well,
I see she's putting the cheese and crackers away.
next time we saw you after that occasion, you were over in Korea, weren't you?
Yeah, you were up at Wee John Boo out of Nanny Goat there.
Nanny go. Nanny go to Wee John Boo to, where was it to get you? Was it 45th there?
Normandy, I think.
No.
304.
Wee John. Remember that? Wee John Boo, Normandy.
You had to call Victor first. So I called, I believe Victor. Victor was Soul Exchange.
Mhm.
We were out of Victor.
That was quite a deal.
You really had to scream to get out there. And then,
Oh, that was. Remember you come in there and I was sitting in there at the desk or something, and some major come running up and wanted to know what you wanted there, or he's gonna run you off, I think, or something. Some
Yeah.
little run of a major there.
remember the first time I come up there, I had that little old sawed-off
Oh.
sergeant with me and had his 45 shoulder holster there.
He had a spring in it or something. Flip out real
Spring loaded
fast.
so you could flip it right out from underneath your armpit there.
I don't know what you do to get it out. Throw it at somebody.
Those were the days over in Korea. It's only about 12 miles apart, but I don't think we got together more than 3 or 4
How far were you
times.
apart? How far was it to?
It's only about 12, 14 miles, a half-hour drive. to
It
get
seemed
up
like a
there.
long ways though, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. Couldn't go over 25 miles an hour.
Busan was only 80, 90 miles, and
It was about 180 miles down here.
Was it that far?
I remember when I was in, when I was in New York, old Glenn was up at, what was that camp up there? Kilmer, wasn't
Camp
You're
Kilmer,
Kilmer.
yes, New Jersey.
it? And we used to go to New York City there and live it up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like to know what went on in New York City over there.
I remember I just got in commission. I went back up there off furlough. I was living the life of an officer and hadn't got any pay yet. I was flat broke in that month. I ain't got to touch Glenn for $5, didn't I?
Yeah, that's right.
What was the deal on that? Well, I sent you that fishing tackle. I was supposed to be $5 worth of fishing tackle, I guess.
Well, let her stay a while.
Oh, she's all right.
She'll just sleep late in the morning is all.
There's too much excitement around here.
Come here. We'll take her.
Uh-oh,
Put
we'll
her
hear that
pajamas
crying on this.
You know what, Pam?
That'll sound good.
That crying will come out all over this. You be a big girl. Can't you? How old are you? You're 3 years old and you weigh 30 pounds.
It's 10 pounds a year. She's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Glenn's still out.
But Dale's the only one that's kept that ratio. How old are you now, Dale? 30? 19.
Oh, he's probably old. I figure you weigh about 260 like he usually does. He's down to about 215 now.
What's the secret?
Yeah, what's the secret of success here, Dave?
Hard work, man. Hard work.
Yeah, that really gets you places in this world.
That's
doesn't it?
right. You get your blisters on your hands and piles.
It's hard work's a mean thing.
Yeah.
No, it's been a lot of fun coming up here. I hate to.
Now look, do you want me
Oh my.
Come and kiss me goodnight, Pam. Come here. All
She
right.
doesn't like her daddy.
Look at all the fun you had tonight. Grandma took you shopping for groceries, and she bought you a tractor and a little ball. You got to hear yourself on the recording machine. And you got to... You better be a good girl. Don't wake up Robin, honey.
Oh, listen to this here. See what it sounds like.
Well, we got any more comments or anything wants to make?
Something should be recorded on
Now, anybody wants to come down to McDonald's, we have a very fine selection of sport coats, suits, socks, and the like.
I knew it, the commercial.
Can't get away without a plug. Well, I put in a plug for Ohio Petroleum Products. Of course, you can't buy them in Nebraska. You got to go to Ohio to buy them. If you ever go through Ohio, be sure to buy Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, that's out there. I
So
work for Standard Oil Company of
Oh,
Ohio.
I see.
I'll have to make
That's
a
right.
plug for the schools now. I just hope that everyone keeps up the tradition like Moyer, and we'll be in jobs for some time to go.
You hope that somebody gets sick, huh?
Well,
They'll say something now for the pharmaceutical business.
well, I just hope that Moyer and people like him just keep going. That always helps, you know.
Yeah.
You don't even keep at it here. Eh?
Johnson's baby powder keeps coming, you know.
You just better hope that I don't lose my job, like,
Oh, no.
or I won't be able
You
to
can always
afford
go to
that
work for
stuff.
the railroad, Bob. Never fear.
Scooping coal.
Oh, no, they need good men.
They don't want me then.
Oh, no. They
Well,
got me.
Something like that railroad word.
That's an example.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, does anybody remember the York College song? We might all get together on a chorus here.
start us out here. Let's see. What was
So-
it?
She jumped
Something
in.
about...
Oh, that wasn't,
Oops.
We should have some music on this. It does real good on
yeah,
music.
that would be.
That's really?
Mm-hmm.
Give
Might
a
say
shout,
old lang
give a
syne.
cheer. Oh, no, I didn't edit it.
Give a shout, give a cheer for the boys who drink the beer at good old York High. No, York College. I'm about 4 years behind.
What was a college?
Well, something about
Oh, there must
High on
be
a
something
hill.
we can sing
High
here.
on a windy hill.
No, there should be something we can all sing here.
Stands an old shack called the University.
This is Sam Houston Institute of Technology.
They do have a Sam Houston State Teachers College.
Wow, rambling back from Georgia,
That's not-
taking a heck of an engineer.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Can you all sing that?
I can sing
Let's
that
just sing a
much
couple
of
of
it.
words here.
Okay.
All together now. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a heck of an engineer. A heck of 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 an engineer.
Well, that should be
We
enough
need
to
to
prove the
Tom
point.
Collins.
We can't sing.